Fuck real media player. You better give me $200 or you ain't getting no content, nigga.
I never defend Chad, but people think I do. But I used to, but I still do, but I used to too.
I'm alone on Thanksgiving.
Okay, so my point is, here's my point. Like when you're an actor, you want to seem as, I don't know what the word is, but Chad wasn't acting there because he was too relaxed. So like when you do stand up, like Chad likes act outs. So when you do an act out, you get to do it every night. So after a while you hone it, you give the nervous laugh at the right time, because you just know it's like you become a robot to your own bits. This was not that. Chad was like realistic. He like the nervous laugh was not premeditated, is my point. Chad's not good enough actor to pull that off, is my point. And I'm not fucking Paul. I don't give a fuck. You think you guys act like I had Chad over for Thanksgiving? Chad came to my house once and he was with Jim Florentine. And I counted the silverware. I didn't even know Chad. That's the first time I ever met him. The point is, Chad was too believable in that performance. If it's a performance, Chad's not that good an actor. Like a great actor could have pulled that off. Like, you know, the giggle and you know, if Chad was lying, he would have stuttered a little bit. He would have had to remember what he wanted to say. So again, it's like that movie with Dennis Hopper and the other guy, Christopher Walken, True Romance. When he said my dad was the best liar of all time. Because when people lie, there's tells. There's obvious tells that, you know, FBI and criminal authorities know when someone's lying. Like this is my new thing. I'm kind of off the 9/11 stuff, and now I'm watching people talking to the police, and the police know when they're lying. They just know that the tics people have when they're lying. So Chad didn't show any nervousness, any like confusion of what the story was. If he was lying, there would have been some hesitation. Again, if Chad did this every day, if Chad was in a one-man show lying with Chad or something like that, then it would be like, yeah, Chad's putting on a performance. But this is a one-off. That's a good title, Lying with Chad. That'd be a great one-man show. And again, as a comic, as an actor, it's very hard to just do nervous laughter believably, because you do it, it's forced. Nervous laughter is forced. You like have nervous laughter. So nervous laughter, when it's natural, it's a great thing. Like as a stand-up, when you have natural nervous laughter or something, the crowd knows it immediately, as opposed to fake laughing. Even the crowd knows it. Even if they don't know it like consciously, they know subconsciously when you genuinely laugh, like if you react to something in the crowd, or they know when it's part of your routine where it's a fake laugh. Chad's laugh there basically was a tell that he was not lying, because if he was lying, it would have been more awkward, the telling of the story. That's just the way to. I just know as an actor, as a comic, it's hard to pull off like a real casual nervous laugh. Just is. So again, even as an actor, like most times you just have to do the lines. But if you have to have like an emotion, like a nervous laughter or crying or anything, where the director's like, you know, have a nervous laugh here, and you're like, you know, I mean, or crying, anything where demonstrably where the audience can see it. But so when Chad had that nervous laughter, I was like, there's no way Chad's making this fucking thing up. But I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, that'd be fantastic for my show. I'll have egg all over my face. I'll actually crack 2 eggs over my head if we find out Chad was lying. It's true that Chad has a girlfriend, but I'm just saying. And again, I go back to when I watched. I watched probably hours last night of cops pulling people over And it's the title is always the guy's lying to the cops. But you can watch the cop. And again, that's why I should have been a cop, because I love to catch people who are just stupid. But these guys always lie they start lying to the cops, and the cops know instantly when the guy's lying. Instantly. Because behavior patterns and tics and tells, whatever you want to call them. So that's what I'm saying. When Chad was doing a walk and talk, that was very believable. If he's lying, that's fantastic. Then he should be doing more acting, because that is fantastic. That he was that confident, that he never was like, what am I saying? What's the storyline? What's the storyline? Lots of times guests show up turkey for Thanksgiving dinner, right? Much like chicken. Again, you're right. You're right. The turkey doesn't make any sense, but that's not Chad's story. That's his girlfriend's story. So we got to get her on. Chad did look like he was lying. That's my point. When I asked him in the Boozma clip, Chad, your girlfriend's a vegan. Why would she cook a turkey and then drive, at least an hour? Even with no traffic, Tampa to Orlando is at least an hour. So that didn't make any sense. And Chad showed that it didn't make any sense, because he's like, "Oh, my audio's bad." I said, "Your girlfriend's a vegan?" "Oh, yeah." So that's when he looked like, yeah, he is lying about the turkey. Something ain't right. There's something chicken something about that turkey. Hey, KB, as you sensibly defend another obvious liar, does Misery now hate? I hate you guys. Go home. I'm flipping out. Tim Sattelli, you got to stop flipping out. You have to stop flipping out. It's not worth it. Send me a link, old man. Who's this? All right, let me, oh yeah, I have a Z thing. I don't know if this is Mersh, but it's close enough. Mersh will disagree with me, but again, Mersh is not in. Mersh will say, he did this, he did that. It's like, yeah, but I've had to act. I've had to be acting. Like even when I did my pilot, that Number One Son, it would be better if I wasn't as stiff. I'm a stiff actor. Most comics are, because most comics don't really rely on anything but what they're saying. I mean, you say, what about Rob Williams? I'm not talking about him. Most actors, like Jerry Seinfeld or Ray Romano, guys who get sitcoms, they're like, yeah, well, all the other people are better at acting than him. It's like, yeah, because they're actors. Ray's a comic. So as a comic, you just get used to doing your act. And most acts, you don't have a lot of act outs. You don't make you have to do a lot of acting. You just do your jokes. People laugh or they don't laugh. That's a fact, Jack. I'm flipping out. Chad didn't stammer. I'm flipping out. Chad didn't stammer. In that clip walking around, he couldn't even mention what he got Thanksgiving shopping beyond the turkey. I don't think anybody asked him. Well, you had to give a fucking what he got at the Piggly Wiggly. You want to do a laundry list of what he picked up? Yeah, Chad. When Chad lies, you usually can tell. That's what I'm saying. He didn't seem like he was lying at all when he was doing his walk and talk through Beverly Hills 2.0. She might have to bring her own vegan turkey. That's possible, but why didn't Chad say that? Huh? That doesn't make any sense. But Chad kind of choked when that brought up. Like when I said, Chad, well, why did she's a vegan? Yeah. And then his audio. So again, when Chad's lying, it's usually pretty obvious. 1099s. Go ahead, Mersh.
Hi, what's going on, buddy?
How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. What's going on? You don't have what happened? All these bums that usually come on with you tonight, they're too busy for the big man.
I can't.
Clearwater Chad's got a hot date? Like, what's going on?
No, I had 5 people. Sometimes listen, tonight's show was just to tell everybody I didn't want to do a show. But if I don't do a show...
tonight's show was just to tell everybody I don't want to do a show.
No, if I don't do a show, and people tweet me, well, how come no show? So it's just easy to do the show. Tell them I didn't want to do a show, and I'm not going to have guests on. Just sit there, and then they want me to, and then they send me a Venmo request right after the show's done. Even though I did all the heavy lifting, I got to do all the reading and all the fucking everything. I gotta run the ones.
So you have to do a show. Like when people just Venmo you money and then like you have to just do it. What is this on-call shit? You're not a fucking nurse.
I got a Venmo guests when people come on, they want to get paid.
For a guy who's been threatened that somebody like I've been threatened on your show that somebody was going to shoot me in my fucking head. I've had people threaten all these other things. I got your co-host. Your co-host is showing up to my fucking house. I never get a Venmo from old Big Kev. What's going on? I'm banned from Venmo, by the way. You don't have to send me money.
How can you get banned from Venmo?
Oh, because I hate Jews.
Jesus Christ.
I'm just kidding. My girl's half Jewish. I'm allowed to make those jokes.
Which half?
The good half.
Show me the 1099s, Winky Winkers.
But how do you feel about Chad? How do you feel about this Chad shit? Like, you got to admit now, he's gotten crazy, right? Like, he's
but didn't you tell him to come over to your house?
Did you ever hear me say that? Did anybody ever say that?
But I don't watch every show.
Anybody who knows me knows I have famously for years told people, do not come to my house. I ain't sending people to yours. We don't play that game.
Don't want to Chad go over.
Because he's a fucking retarded idiot who can't be funnier than me.
So you challenged him?
No, I just challenged him to be funnier than me, and he thought, I'll be funny. I'll be very unintentionally funny.
No, but that's why he was outside your house. He kept saying, "Come out and be funny," because he wanted to do a joke off. Because you challenged.
Yeah, do we do that? Do we wake people up in their beds to do joke offs in their yard?
But that's why it all started. Because you challenged him to be. You said you were funnier than him. That's why.
Yeah, I challenged him to prove he's better at the medium we all chose to make a living at, and he went, "No, I'll show up to your house, dude, while you're asleep." Like, we can all agree. And then, I'm sorry, but for him to double and triple down and continue to encourage the public at large to show up to my home and, quote, I want cars around the block showing up to Mersh's house. You can agree. It's out of pocket, right?
Okay, but how do we know that's your house since you didn't come out of your house?
Dude, stop doing this. You're stop.
Just pointing out the obvious.
Stop protecting these fucking retards. You're gonna burn down. You're gonna burn MLC down, protecting people that are below you.
I want to burn it down. I'm sick of it. I'm saying
then do the right thing and hand it off to the one and true king, MKE, and go right off into the sunset like Shane or whatever that fucking cowboy was.
Shane Gillis. All turkey, no meal. So what's your take on the turkey, Chad, the turkey girlfriend?
She's not real. Your vegan girlfriend cooked a fucking turkey, and then but first of all, when in all your Irish Catholic whatever, your kids are like half Puerto Rican, whatever, but you live in a very very traditional Catholic, pumping out babies more than we need. Kind of family, traditionally speaking, right? You don't cook a whole dinner and bring the dinner over. Like, you cook a few, you make a green bean casserole and whatever, some sweet potato pie, and you bring that over. You don't cook the whole dinner and bring it to the house the day before, like turkey will dry out. It's shitty. Nobody does that. Stop.
Well, the turkey thing doesn't make any sense. I asked Chad on my show because somebody sent a super chat about the girlfriend being vegan and why would she cook the turkey and bring. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Somebody would cook a turkey and then bring it in a car an hour away. Unless the people are having a party, they don't have a big oven. But why would they have a? And even you don't even need an oven. You get a cater. You can Popeyes. You can buy a nice big turkey at Popeyes. We almost did that one year. Not my family, me and my wife. But they were sold out.
why are you letting these dudes slide on this shit? The Matt Meads and the Chad Zumocks. Like, this is, I'm telling you, Kevin, there's going to be a day where they look back on the history of the show and they're going to say, this was a turning point where we said, you know what? Like, it's one thing, like, look, I'm the same way. I'm friends with Nick Ricotta, as you call him. And according to you, he gave drugs to his kids. And I admit I'm a hypocrite and I have a blind spot for him.
He did coke, allegedly.
That's not how
that
that happened.
Kids.
Yeah, if that were the case, you'd stop saying allegedly. The point is,
I want him to sue me because I want him to prove in court that he didn't do coke with his kids because he does coke and his kids tested positive for coke.
Cool. My point is that fine. I admit I have a blind spot for him, but you're now like your blind spot for people. The shit they're doing, the behavior they're engaging in, is highly unacceptable, and you're co-signing it.
No,
you're basically saying I'm Kevin Brennan. I co-sign what Chad Zumock says. Everyone go to Mersh's house. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying if I see something that looks obviously. Like when Chad's talking about the turkeys, obviously something is not making sense. And Chad is obviously lying or covering up, or it makes no sense why that turkey even became a thing. Matt Mead, the same thing. I know Matt Mead. I know sex workers. I know how things go with sex workers. You're getting get drugged up. So with Chad, I know Chad way better than you. So I know Chad's pros and cons probably better than anybody. But I know when he's lying, I know when he's drunk, and I know when he's lying.
You're missing my point. I don't care about the fucking fake girlfriend. I don't care about Matt Mead's, let's be honest, fake girlfriend. And by the way, Matt, she's still talking to me, so you need to fucking put that, let's nip that in the bud. My point is,
what is she talking to you about? What could she possibly be talking to you about?
That's nobody's business. The point is,
so you
Kevin,
up and then you don't want to elaborate.
The point is that I didn't ask you about the fucking fake turkey. I didn't ask you about Matt Mead. I'm asking you about Chad encouraging people on your show to continue to come to my house in droves. Do you think that that's cool?
Yeah, but in my defense, this is a comedy show and we were all drinking.
But we all have a limit. I've been doing comedy a lot better than Chad on the internet for years. Doing better than him at this. I've never encouraged people, even jokingly, you can't, there's some things you don't do. You don't joke about, I want people to show up and fucking stab Kevin Brennan in front of his house, because I would never say that, because God forbid, on the off chance some fucking weirdo goes, I'm picking up what you're laying down, Chief, and he does. Now the rest of my life is going, I didn't mean to get Kevin Brennan killed. So, we all agree that as people who are public figures that do this internet shit, you can at least, I'm asking you, Kevin, for your own protection, to just say, hey, you know what? What Chad did was fucking out of pocket, and he shouldn't have said that, right?
Yeah, but I think Chad was he thought he was being funny.
Stop with the butts! Just say it's out of line. We can all agree. Don't show up to people's houses, right?
Like one of those prank shows.
Holy shit, man. All right, man.
Who's the guy that did the MTV prank show? He's married to
I don't know, fucking Colin Quinn. No, probably married to another Puerto Rican.
He was married to Bruce Willis's wife for a while.
Yeah, Ashton Kutcher.
Kutcher. Yeah, he used to do stuff like that.
Yeah, they used to have a film crew, and the people that were getting pranked signed a fucking goddamn disclosure before the show. So you're saying you're idiot,
because nobody asked you to sign anything.
Kevin.
Okay, so
Kevin, I'm
joking, of course.
I'm
You're this
literally
close to what, hitting me? You sound like my dad.
No, I'm asking you because I actually do like you. I don't like Chad. And I don't like a lot of the bums you surround yourself with. Stevie Lou is growing on me, but that's not the point.
Also, when you say I don't like Chad, most people don't like Chad.
Okay, can I get to my point, old man? Or
sure.
Are we going to sit here talking to Grandpa during Christmas? My point is that I'm literally asking because I like you to get a clear cut, like where the clip channels can just say, yes, I, Kevin Brennan, think we shouldn't be going to people's houses during the holiday season to do planks on fucking streamers we don't like. I would think that's something you could agree on and just say it. I'm not even asking you to fucking disavow Chad and throw him under the bus. I'm asking you to disagree with him publicly and say, I, Kevin Brennan, don't think we should be doing that so that people don't start coming after you, you old fuck, because they will start coming after you.
Well, Stuttering John did come after me.
Who cares? He's toothless. He's retarded.
Okay, so I said earlier on my show that going to someone's house is stupid because, and that's the reason I went to Stuttering John's at the Stress Factory, because that's a public place. Going to someone's house is, especially in a stand your ground state, is stupid.
Well, also, he's a retard.
Something terrible could happen to you.
Chad had like so many more things he could have done that he didn't do.
Like what? Give us some ideas.
He could have came up and rang the doorbell. He could have came up. He could have literally just come to the sidewalk on my side of the street. He was too afraid to do that.
No, but I think it's illegal.
How is it illegal?
Because then he's on your property.
The sidewalk's not my property. The city of Lakeland owns.
The cops would say, he lives here.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Everyone has a reasonable amount of, I can ring your doorbell. I can show up to your house. I can show up to your house right now, Kevin. Pull my dick out, start pissing, ring the doorbell, and be like, come out here, old man, you fucking bitch. The only thing you could do is call the cops. They would show up here. There needs to be initial contact. So if he had rang my doorbell, which, by the way, if he had rang my doorbell, it's on Do Not Disturb. So every time you ring my doorbell, it just records you. But, like, I have it on mute because I don't want to talk to people. I don't want to get served. I don't want to deal with people. If I get DoorDash, I go out, I meet the guy, I go back inside. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't pick up my phone. I don't care. But you can ring my doorbell. You can do all this shit. The worst I can do is call the police and go, this guy's here. I don't want him here. He needs to leave. The cops will show up and go, hey, I don't know what the story is, but this guy lives here. You're bothering him. He's asking for us to give you, and they give you a notice of, now you're trespassed. And you get a criminal trespass. It's a piece of paper that just says, don't come back here, or when you do, you'll get arrested. Chad was acting like just standing on the sidewalk in front of my house would have gotten him shot. Do you understand how stand your ground works? I can't just go out and shoot everybody on my sidewalk that bothers me. If that were the case, I'd have a fucking good body count.
Do you want Chad to do more next time?
Are you not getting this?
I guess I'm not. You want Chad to ring your doorbell next time?
No, I was pointing out the first time he came, he could have gotten more content. I've made it clear. If he's going to show up a second or third time, that's criminal harassment. We'll make a thing of it. I don't want anyone to show up to my house, period. That's not what this is about. I don't do it to you. Don't do it to me. Chad's in a very weird legal problem now because he tripled down now and said, show this to the cops. I want people to go to Mersh's house. With what he did, have you ever heard the phrase elements of the crime, Kevin?
No.
So if I went to the DA, if I went to the police the first time Chad came to my house and I said, this crazy guy just went to my house and he showed the cross streets, he showed where I lived on YouTube, and he said, oh, come out, bring your gun, this, that, right? If I went to the cops with that and said, I want him arrested, they go, we can't arrest him for that. Like, if he comes back again, call us, we'll trespass him, and then if he shows up, whatever. So that wouldn't have been an arrestable thing. Then the next day, like a couple days later, he's like, I'm coming to his house again. And like he was tweeting it. And I let him know publicly. I said, dude, if you come here again, I'm calling the police. I'll get you criminally trespassed. It's over. And he decided not to do it. Then he was going to do Carl's. Who knows? That moved on. So when
do you live near Carl, or do you even know?
No, he's way down. No, I know where. I mean, I don't know his exact address. I know where generally Carl lives. It's a long. Chad would have to drive as long as he drove to my place, but like in a different direction.
It's an hour away, at least.
For Chad, it would be like about 50 minutes, like it was to me. But for me, it would be probably an hour and a half, 2 hours to get to Carl. My point is, but then he was like, I'll do that, whatever. When I went on your show, he started going, I encourage everyone to go to Mersh's house. That is right there where Chad, now if I went to the police department and showed them all the clips and gave them a timeline, now we have what they call elements of the crime. The first time he showed up and doxed me, not really a crime, right? He's just an idiot. But now he's doxed me the first time. The second time he showed intent to show up, and I showed like enough due diligence to say I will involve the law, and he publicly said then I won't come. Step 3 is now he's going on shows, his own show, your show, and going, I want everyone else to go to his house. That's incitement. Now, if I go to the police, which everyone's like, oh, when are you going to the police? It's going to take me probably a week or two because I'm busy. I have to pull the clips. I have to write a statement. I will be going to the Polk County Sheriff's Department, and I will be filing a criminal complaint. And Chad should be a little worried here because that third step of, oh, I'm too scared to go, but I gave out your address publicly, and now I'm saying people go. It's like 3 acts of a play. I could fuck Chad's life up now legally. And the only thing I've said is apologize and just publicly state nobody should go to Mersh's house. And that's too much to ask for this fucking retard.
Okay,
so maybe he needs to go to jail.
Okay, but if he said at this point nobody go to Mersh's house, that wouldn't work because nobody listens to Chad. But my point is, do you want Chad to apologize because then he's your bitch?
No, I want it. This is one of those things where we've now moved outside of like whatever the fuck we're doing.
No, but why do you want?
And by the way, I know a lot of people in your chat right now are calling me a snitch and this and that. Yes, I'm 42 years old. I pay my taxes. I live in my house lawfully. I don't do anything. I don't commit crimes, and I don't harass people in real life. If you're going to do it to me, yeah, one of the benefits of being a white person in Florida that pays his taxes is occasionally you call the police and go, yeah, this person's committing a crime against me. I'd like them arrested. Yeah, it's beautiful.
No, I think you have a point because when Chad was showing the street signs, it basically showed
he read them out. He read them out on air and then pointed to my house.
When I was watching it, I skipped ahead because I know that's clearly doxing. So if he's doxing where you live, and if you in fact do live there, if he's doxing where you live, and then he's telling people to go there, that's probably not great as far as the authorities are concerned.
And to my point, like I just said,
if you do live there, because he did show the cross streets.
But like I said, originally, when he did that video, if I had taken that video that day, went to the cops and said, look what he did, they'd go, we don't really have a case. Like all he did was stream some shit. He's an idiot. Like again, this is what I'm talking about when it refers to elements of the crime. The more elements of a crime you have, the better it is to get it juicy for a DA and go, hey, this is actually a slam dunk. It'll just get your clearance rate up. So when he showed up and did that, nobody cared, whatever. They wouldn't have cared. Cops would have been like, we got bigger crimes. But when he said, oh, I'm coming a second time, and then I publicly said, do not do that, I'm going to call the police, then he went, fine, I won't. The fact that he, the next night, went, well, now I want everyone else to go to your house.
Yeah, but
that is now inside.
He'll say we're all drunk.
Well, was he drunk the next day when he tripled down? Because I said, you should apologize for what you said on MLC and walk back that statement. He did sit down Zumock or World War Z or whatever the fuck goofy shit he's doing.
Give him free plugs. What are you doing? You're helping.
It doesn't matter. The clip channels clipped it already. He, the next day, sober, said, no, I'm tripling down. I want everyone to go to Mersh's house. He said, and I quote, I want a line of cars around the block going to Mersh's house. He's now opened up elements of the crime. He's now inciting and harassing me, and he's done all of the steps to literally go to jail for this. And all I'm doing is saying, Chad, just stop and tell other people not to do this. And yet here he is doing it. So like at some point, dude, yeah, I need to make sure that people in the future know, like, if you want to troll me, you want to call me a fat loser, gay fuck, retard, you want to troll me with downvotes, you want to, you can send me hate donos, you can do whatever you want. You can fucking make fun of me and my girlfriend, anybody you want to do. But when you start fucking with my house and my family and the people, you can agree, Kevin, there's a limit. I've never done that to you or Chad or any of these people. Nobody should be doing this shit. It's fucking gay. And it's illegal. In the case of Chad now, it's felonious.
Felonious monk. Hey,
felonious.
Oh, Thelonious. I know I got it half right. I'm not defending Chad.
Texas law. Shout out MKE.
I never defend Chad, but people think I do. But I used to, but I still do, but I used to do. In Chad's defense regarding this, Chad's gotten, swatted a bunch of times, and he's got a lot of pickles and coleslaw delivered to his house. So I think he thinks it's just like, it's.
So have I. So have I, but I don't visit that upon people.
All right.
So
I think Chad thinks, well, it happened to him, so it's not that big a deal.
Yeah, you know what else happens? Every child molester was molested as a kid, and
whoa, I can't. We're not talking about that today.
It's not terms. All I'm saying is people that do shit to kids had.
Oh, come on, talk about anything else but that.
Shit
please.
to kids. People that got R-worded, they probably got R-worded and then R-worded somebody else.
Right.
Chad's the guy that goes, I'm gonna pass this pain on to others. That's not how we do this. Adult men with happy lives don't act this way. Men with girlfriends don't act this way, Chad.
Well, so do you believe that his girlfriend is mad that? Do you think Chad has a fake girlfriend? He made up the fake girlfriend.
Yes.
That you think his fake girlfriend is fake mad at him? Because he
either
to your house. Why would he make that up?
Look.
She's mad that
Kevin.
Chad's girlfriend is mad that he went to your house.
Kevin,
you think he's making it all up.
Kevin, that's what I'm saying. I, of all people, should be believing Chad's girlfriend's real because it benefits me the most. Chad hands me another dub. If the girlfriend's real and they fought about him showing up to my house, I win. So, why am I putting an asterisk?
It's real because it makes.
But that's
sense.
what I'm saying. Why would I, of all people, put an asterisk next to my own win? Why would I say, you know what? The balls were deflated, and I didn't win that Super Bowl. It's fake. Everyone lied. Do you understand? If Tom Brady came out and said the balls were deflated, everybody would lose their minds. They'd go, holy shit.
Why is he lying? Why is he lying about everything?
Because he's a fucking loser who lies for a living. He's done it. He's never told the truth about anything. You old faggot. How are you?
I can't even support this kind of language. This is how I got in trouble last time. I am really playing with the third rail here.
Other clowns get you strikes. I never got you a strike, and you always mute me when it's a panel. Even when Chad brought up the GUN thing, you muted me. I didn't say anything about it.
It's just a reflex to mute you.
I never.
I'm saying it's. I don't know if it's right or wrong, but it's a reflex. Mersh, what's your PayPal? I mean Venmo.
I'm the only one on MLC, usually on most nights, that, like you, actually has been on TV. Give me a fucking break. I don't have Venmo. I'm Nice Guy Mersh on YouTube and Gooning on Rumble on Twitter. But just look for Mersh. I'm around. I need you to just...
No, I thought we
Kevin,
did. I thought I put it up before.
Kevin, just agree with me. Can you just agree with me?
Super chats.
Can we just agree? No showing up to people's houses over internet shit, right?
Yeah, I'm for that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I do find it very interesting that Chad was pretty much going, according to Chad, was going, he was on a straight and narrow for a long time, going to the gym and not drinking very much. And then as soon as he got his girlfriend, seems like his drinking's been up. So I think Chad's very uncomfortable with having
lies.
Girlfriends. No, having a serious girlfriend. I think this.
No, I think that the girlfriend. You want to really know my theory is that I think that the girlfriend. I think that Chad had an Ethan Ralph girlfriend. I think that he had a girl that he hung out with for 2 weekends and thought, oh my God, she's so great. I'm going to start talking about her to the world, and then it didn't work out. Or somebody cooler stole them. These things happen. And then he probably was like, well, fuck. I already was like, damn, I put that out there that I had a girl and I can't look like, because Chad is so insecure. He probably immediately went, well, I can't just say oh, she wasn't my girlfriend. Or so now he's panicking. So now he just started. It's almost like if somebody, if Chad had killed his girlfriend.
Oh, come on. I mean, Jesus Christ. It's the last day of the month now. It's Sunday, November 30th.
It's like if Chad,
You lost your Venmo.
You
lost your Venmo. You lose everything. Don't take me down with you. You're worried. You're saying
it's
Chad, all right. You're going to take down.
Can I
take me down?
It's like if Chad Zumock had something unpleasant happen. There we go. I'm going to do this for you in a room with this chick. And then, like, you hear these stories of people where, like, the person's now gone and they're freaking out for days and they're just living in the room with them. Chad might be in that kind of situation where she's been like a Benoit situation where, like, he took the Bowflex to her quite a few days ago. And now.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, so you're saying that.
He's just walking.
You're saying that a cat might find Chad's girlfriend.
Yeah, he's text messaging people. Dogs are in the enclosure. Like, make sure you come in through the side door. So he's already he's trying to play. He's texting Chavo Guerrero. There's a lot going on.
I know he might be onto something. Johnny Mac, the walk-in hopper saying Trollman's Truman might be the best scene in real cinema. No, you know why it's so great? It's because they're well-known actors. Christopher Walken says some quote-unquote terrible things, but it's extremely believable for guys who are well-known actors to have a scene that's so believable. And Dennis Hopper looks genuinely scared. And that's not easy to do because he's not going, oh, you're going to shoot me. He's subtly very scared. Subtle. It's subtle. Subtle to do when you're acting is very difficult. It's easier to play anything big, stand up, anything. Why do you think Yanis Scott, what is his name? Sebastian Maniscalco? So because he doesn't do anything subtle. People like it. Oh, they like a big show. But to do something subtle like Dennis Hopper seems genuinely scared in that scene is really amazing. And Christopher Walken was just as good. Not just as good, but Hopper's a 10 and Walken was a 9.
I love Dennis Hopper.
Merch stinks, but inside the Hector studio worse. Hey, Chad, start asking KB for more money next time. He's saying you're better than Tom Cruise, Michael J. Fox, and Dennis Hopper. Get him an Oscar. I mean, listen, if Chad is lying, then that's great acting. That's fantastic acting. Good for him. We all know he's lying about the turkey because when somebody says, oh, my audio's out, they're lying or they're so obviously lying to make a joke out of it. Tim Sotali and Steve Marsh can vouch for me. Okay, that's some pretty serious company. Who lies more, Zumock, Dixon, Crimex, or Gilly? Oh, that's quite a list. Who lies more? I think Pat Dixon. I think Pat Dixon lies.
Why are you like this?
Like what?
Like we go through this Matt Mead shit a few weeks back, and then all of a sudden you're like, yeah, and the next day, everyone on the internet agreed, wow, we watched some crazy shit from Matt Mead and Scarlett, and the next day you're like, yeah, Pat Dixon's a piece of shit. Like, you're just so out of touch, man. You're like Walter Cronkite pretending like 9/11 didn't happen. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Walter Cronkite was JFK.
What? But my point being is, like, you're just this relic holding on to shit and going, don't worry, the Iraq has weapons. Like, what are you doing, man?
I know what I know. I know what I know.
You know what you know, but you don't see what you fucking see. Mersh. When did you go blind?
Mersh, you've had a lot of girlfriends, right?
I've done all right.
Do they all accuse you? Literally everyone accuses you of striking them at some point or being physically unwelcome to them?
No, but, There
you go. Has any of them?
One.
Your current one?
No. Well, no, actually, yeah, two. My current one, I did threaten to kill her.
Whoa. Who lies more, Zumock, Dixon, Crimex, or Gilly? I'm going to go with Pat Dixon.
You got to calm down. It's not that crazy with YouTube. You got to get into some shit now.
No. Hey, Mersh, know-it-all, Mersh. They just gave me a warning for a show that's been up since 2022.
Why is it still up?
I took most of them down. I left that one up, and they had a problem with that. 2022. So that's on them. Why would they leave it up for 3 years? And they tell me on Thanksgiving Eve?
But it was a takedown, a warning. They're not. you know, they didn't give you a strike, right?
Yeah, but I'm being
Never did do that.
harassed. I'm being targeted.
I
and
get
harassed.
it, and that's what they do. But again, the whole kill thing. You can have there's whole true crime channels. You can have some discussions about. I'm not like I will look. I want to make a promise to you.
YouTube, yeah, I'll listen to you. Otherwise, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Fair enough.
That's Mr. Kill Everything.
But I will make a promise. I know terms of service enough. I'll never come on your show, and I have been on the receipt.
I don't know what he's gonna say, but I got a bad feeling.
I have been on the receiving end of crazy TOS things being said.
How many
right?
times have you lost? How many times have you lost your YouTube channel?
We got all of it back.
No,
I have
how many
everything
times
back.
Have you lost it
Once each,
Okay.
but we all got it all back.
once each. Sounds like something. Pat Nixon would
ROTC and
say.
Nightwave.
Wow, I was looking to see where your blue lips were. Thought I was listening to Opie babble. You're a poor man. Thank you.
We're not pals.
Caves, is your take really? There's no way an alcoholic bum, prolific DUI guy would abuse a widely out of it and clearly annoying porn star. Come on, man. NJ Ranger, Caves, is your take really? There's no way an alcoholic bum, prolific DUI guy would abuse a widely out of it, clearly annoying porn star. Come on, man. Okay, Mersh, you worked at strip clubs allegedly. Who's crazier than strippers when they're drunk and or high? Who have you ever met anyone that's crazier than them? Because most strippers are not, they're not easy to deal with anyway, unless you're getting lap dances, then they're fine. But once you try to like socialize with them, they're nuts. And then you combine drugs and alcohol, and then she's from Wisconsin, so she's bred the big lights, big titties. You know, she's probably freaking out. So you know she's probably nuts.
It's like that old saying.
I know sex workers when they're drunk and high, and I know Matt Mead. Matt Mead, I wouldn't let anybody I know date Matt Mead, and I wouldn't let Matt Mead drive anybody anywhere because he went to jail for being a drunk. Go ahead, Mersh.
So, but then you have to be open to the idea that Matt Mead is probably not the best guy. Like, you know what I mean? So I get that you don't want to stay out of it and you don't want to get involved, but like we saw
this guy, but is she the best gal? She's some kind of fucking innocent vixen, innocent. She just got in on the bus from Wisconsin.
Scarlett Hampton is also garbage. However, in this dynamic, she's a victim. Yes, I believe.
Okay,
I believe
that's very possibly true.
And it's like you ask, like these strippers when they're all high and drunk, is there anybody worse to say? And it's it's like my grandfather used to say, the only thing worse than dealing with the strippers.
I know something terrible was coming.
God damn it, you knew it. Actually, yeah. Actually, you know what? Can I say something? That's the first time in all the times you ever muted me where it was actually good. That was the first time I deserved it. That was the first, but every other time I've always been good. God damn, he finds.
Yeah, see, a broken clock is right twice a day or something like that, whatever they say.
Amen, brother. Amen.
Stutter John called the cops when he went on his property. Yeah, when Chad went on his property. But again, Stutter John basically dared Chad to go to his house, and he dared me to go to the stress factory. And then when he goes, he panics. Stuttering John's, I don't know if you're a bitch, Mersh, but I know Stuttering John is. That's a fact, Jack.
No, if you show up to a gig of mine, like if you're not actually disrupting the experience of the gig itself, like if you just want to come up to me.
Better. I brought my noisemaker. Anytime he made it funny, I was just going to do this.
Yeah, I mean, I could see myself being like, all right, well, get him the fuck out of here eventually.
Of course. I want to get thrown out. I want to
but-
pay and then get thrown out. I love getting thrown out of places.
But the idea of, like, I've always been a firm believer of I'd rather you show up, pay money, and then get thrown out. So, like, it's better for me. I can react to it. But, like, again, this goes back to the, like, with the chat thing, like, don't fuck with people's houses or their families, right? But I'm a firm believer in show up to their gigs. Like, fuck that. That's a public forum. We're allowed to, like, you're allowed to bring whatever you're bringing, right? If I pay a ticket. And I also know that if I show up to a Kevin Brennan gig to fuck with him and somebody shows up eventually goes, you got to fucking go. Like, I'm a regular law-abiding white guy. I'm going to go, all right, man, I'm sorry. I apologize. I'll pay my tab. Here's your tip. Like, I'll leave. I know when to leave. Tommy Jordan has done a good job at, like, you know, getting in there and doing his thing. And then when they show up and go get the fuck out, you get the fuck out. So I believe in that.
Year.
I've done very well with trolls over the years. They've shown up to public events I do, and I'm way cooler about that. I had a guy one time in a pot awful shirt and a Red Bar hat, 2 guys that fuck with me. And it was during Road Rage Tampa, right after COVID was done. And we did this big event in Tampa, and I was outside just smoking weed with some people that were just fans. And I saw this dude that was just like watching from the court. And I finally was just like, yeah, come on, man. Do you want to smoke with us? And you could tell he wanted to like troll me. And it's like, you can troll me, but like, all you're going to say is I'm fat, retarded, my girlfriend sucks, my life's gay, my Section 8 house, my shitty car. Fine. But like, do you want to smoke some weed while you make fun of me? Because like, at the end of the day, if you're not going to hurt people and do weird shit and Charlie Kirk me, like, I don't care. Like, come make fun. We'll do a shot with you. And that kind of disarms a lot of people. The Chrissy Mayers, the Genos, the Stuttering Johns, these people that are starting to like come up with countermeasures at shows. You're making your shows into a fucking joke that we're going to keep fucking with, as opposed to just if the troll shows up, be like, what's up, man? You guys want some shots? Like, you guys want to smoke some weed? Like, and then they're like, all right. And then you're like, all right, I'm cringe and gay. You don't like my shit. Like, the crux
but what about the video? What about the video when a guy wanted to get your autograph and then you went running or something happened?
That wasn't an autograph. So that was Baked Alaska, who had been
Baked
making
Alaska. Yeah, I almost ordered that today.
I was making fun of him on the internet. He was live streaming in Tampa. I happened to be in Tampa visiting friends. My car had gotten towed, and I was trying to get back to where like I could call and figure out my car thing. So I was walking past him, and he started. To this day, they go, "Well, you walked away from a fight." To me, if you hit me and I run away, that's running away from a fight. I was walking past a guy who was live streaming, and he started screaming, "Hit me, bro! Come on, you talk all that shit. Hit me, bro!" And I was like, And there were cops like right across the street, and I'm like, do you really want to do this? Like, what do you?
Was it Baked Alaska or a fan of Baked Alaska?
It was Baked Alaska. He was there live streaming, and he's like, "Come on, man, you talk all that shit. Come on, let's fight." And I was like, "Do you really want to fight right now?" And he's like, "Yeah, hit me, bro!" And he started screaming, "Hit me!" And that is the ultimate bitch move. Is always the guy that screams, "Hit me, hit me!" Like,
yeah, because he wants you to go to jail. He wants you.
Yeah, I'm not. So I was like, oh, and I walked, and of course people go, "You ran away." I'm like, I waddled away because I was, I'm a fat guy. I waddled away, but I was like, yeah, I waddled away because if you come up like Chad has that kind of energy where Chad will not come up and punch me in my face. Like, Chad does not have that in him. Chad is made of bitch. But Chad is like a Baked Alaska. He's the kind of guy that would come up and scream, hit me, please punch me. Oh my God, please hit me so I can suck your dick, bro. Like, he's weird. Like, it's this weird humiliation thing. And you go, well, no, I'm not going to do that. Like, I just make fun of you and make money doing it. Like, outside of this, I don't have any interest in, like, Chad's the one going, I need to prove myself in another way. And these other guys do the same shit. And it's like, just be fun. Like, if I were to just...
Chad was beaten by his stepdad.
Chad, I'm sorry, Chad. KB, great example. There was a clip back in the day where I was shitting on you. I think Doom clipped me just shitting on you one day, and I think I did pretty good. And then Doom clipped the next day you responding. And I watched that, and I was howling. And by the end of that video, I conceded defeat to you because you handled it like... I always say these lolcows, Stuttering John, Chad, a lot of these guys, they all have one thing in common that I don't have, these other people have. They take themselves and their brand and all this shit, they really hold on to it and think that like it matters, and they take it too seriously. And if there's a little crack and they make fun of it, they immediately melt down and go, I'm the funniest, dude, I'll fucking kill you. The Z-Man's #1. Like, they freak out, as opposed to you like, I'll never forget. It was me saying like, "You're not even the number one Brennan at the family reunion or whatever."
Yeah, that hurt.
And then you were like, wow, we don't have those anymore. It's too many fights. Like, but it was like you completely dismissed. Like,
I'm a loser, baby. Why don't you kill me? Like that song.
But you just
the song.
You blew off like what I thought was a kill shot. You didn't even respond to what I said. You responded to like the premise of what I said. And I was like, yeah, he's so much better than me. Like you don't care. Melton said it when Matt Mead.
Oh, I have no ego because I was beaten down by real show business.
I broke Matt Mead with a paper crown. And I know you don't like Patrick Melton, but Patrick Melton, when Mead was coming at me, Melton was like, "You're never going to get at Mersh on this level because he's dead inside." And he meant it not as a fucking insult. He meant it as like there's a certain level of us that are dead inside. We don't take it too serious. A lot of these other guys that are going down this weird road, it's because they're like, "I'm serious. I'm super number one. I'm super duper cool guy. My dick is big." And it's like, you're gay. This is stupid. This is why I love you, KB. After Alex Jones started sucking Israel's dick, you're my new internet dad.
Mersh, maybe your girlfriend can double as a scarecrow to keep out the riffraff.
I get it because she's gross. I got it.
I didn't say it. Running theory. Chad made up the girlfriend story at moving in with her when he needed an excuse to move to a cheaper apartment after Abe raised the rent. Possible, but if this is all true, Chad's a good actor, and he should move to Hollywood and try to get some. Listen, if you're a good actor, you're a good actor. That's a fact. Some people are just good at comedy. Some people are just good at acting. If Chad's acting this whole day, if he's pretending, if he's not
a good actor, you fucking idiot. Like he's been laughing, saying shit. Like what movies do you watch?
I'm saying he's very believable.
Retarded?
That walk and talk.
It's not believable. It's believable. It's believable when you want to believe it.
You sound like my wife now.
Yeah. Well, maybe she has a fucking point or two.
Maybe Chad did get his credit card stolen before. Yeah, Chad got his credit card stolen. That's why he steals credit cards. 100% right, Scambait. Settle down, Gino. He said never. I hope Gino's not here. Gino will ruin anything. What's your take on Gino Bisconti sending everybody to jail?
I hope he continues, and I hope he ends with himself.
Whoa! I've had sex.
He's like, whoa, like I'm going to hurt his chest. I want Gino to go to prison, too.
I've had sex with over 100 women. It's Will Chamberlain. Honest Chad, easy. Chad said he's had sex with over 100 women. Well, you know he's lying. That means 100 women have consented to Chad. That's impossible. ISOs are in cahoots. Chad's been caught lying more than everyone in the Dalvers combined, but I'm pretty sure this girlfriend story is real, and his constant smiling is in Duper's delight. Duper's delight. MLC is LOL now. MLC is low now. It used to be, but it's low now too. Listen, you can shit on me all you want. I lost to Dave Chappelle in Star Search. I used to be on SNL. Even Mersh says, Mersh tries to mock me, saying I used to be on SNL. I was on SNL for a very short time. I had no control. I have control over this.
You were on there, though.
Huh?
It's still kind of cool. You were on there, and you were on there when it kind of mattered.
The point is, show business is not. It's show business like dealing with a fucking. It's like dealing with a crack whore who's a stripper.
Yeah, but us young bucks figured that shit out like 12 years ago and have been building infrastructure, and then guys like you shit on us.
No, I'm saying show business is very unpredictable, where this is way more predictable. As crazy as this is way more predictable than regular show business. So that's a fact, Jack. And again,
and you shit on it. You were mad at it forever. You're like, show me the 10 out of you. You're not at any clubs. Remember, I noticed you dropped. He doesn't play clubs. Like you dropped that a long time ago.
Who are you talking about?
You realize that show business is bullshit and it's about self business.
No, show business is highly unpredictable. Brent, look at Brian Kalin. He was on top of the world, and now he's like begging for people to go to his shows. Show business is a popularity contest. It's high school. It's pathetic, and it's fucking gay. And this is way better than being at the mercy of show business and Esty, who runs the Comedy Cellar. So go fuck yourself.
So can we? When are we gonna take you out so we can let MKE ascend the throne?
Merch, I saw a clip where you said you're the only funny guest on the show. Will you be funny soon, or are you taking off for the holiday? No, I think he's talking about. He said him and Tukey were the funny guys on the show. Merch fell asleep while I had him in.
No, I'm here, out. But I'm. It's like what do you do? I'm taking my beating.
No. You said. I saw a clip where you said you and Tukey bring out the best of me. Everybody else sucks.
We do because we do push you a little bit. I think like these other guys sit around. Fucking Clearwater Chad looks like a kid sleeping on his desk.
Yeah, like the fact that he's an idiot. What do you expect? He don't even talk anymore. I'm a fan, but he sits there and I like that. So I like a guest who's just there. It's like he's at the library just watching my show.
And I'll even concede. Look, I thought that Stevie Lou was a bit of a bum. However, I watched him pushing buttons recently a couple times, and I went, all right, Stevie Lou at least. He's got like that East Side Dave kind of. He knows what he's doing. Like he did suck, by the way. Stevie Lou fucking sucked dick for a long time. I feel like you're creating an incubator and you want these guys to grow and get better. The problem is a lot of them aren't, and they're just dying. And then you're leaving their corpses in the tank, instead of clearing it out and making a new thing. So Stevie Lou, for instance, he's knowing how to with me and Chad recently. It was great because he knew how to kind of, all right, I'm gonna beep bop. He knew when to shut up, but he knew when to and he used to not know when to do that. He's gotten better. So Stevie Lou is one of these little pet projects that you had an idea about that actually grew. He's one of your sea monkeys that you're like, whoa, look at him swimming around. That's great. But you got Clearwater Chad. Get rid of him. You got these other guys. Get rid of them. It's getting bloated. And then Chad sucks.
Clearwater Chad or regular Chad?
Both of them. Get rid of the Chads.
All Chads suck.
And by the way, for all your audience that thinks Mersh wants to, I ain't one of his fish. I'm my own man. I'm trying to, pop in once in a while. But yeah, going back to the me and Tukey thing, you need people that become alive and fight back. And without it, you're dead. When you have Chad sleeping and then Zumock sucking your fucking dick the whole time, you get lazy and you're not funny.
He didn't even do it like he used to.
But when Tukey pushes back, I push back. Tukey shows up with Lil KB. All of a sudden, you start getting.
Tukey does my show once every 3 months.
But what I'm saying is these fucking bums that have no fire in them don't bring out a fire in you. You need people with fire in them to bring out your old fire. Otherwise, you're going to go extinct, old man. I'm trying to help you.
You sound like Tina Turner. Merch,
I'm about to be Ike Turner if you don't turn it around.
Okay, can I ask a question?
Yes.
Making lemonade out of lemons. Have you ever considered all the Tampa guys doing a show together? You, Joey C, and Chad. Because I think everybody would watch that. Because you guys all have kind of weird backgrounds.
No.
All right.
You're coming up with a lolcow live where it's like, I'm not. Yeah, no. You're asking.
No, you don't have to do it every day, once a week.
You don't get it, old man. Just read the next super chat.
I'm a boomer.
As soon as you send the cops on me and I go, oh, I know who cooked this up. Here's the 4 motherfuckers you want to talk. Yeah, I'm a snitch. I'm a snitch. I'm no longer a drug dealer like I was many years ago. I'm no longer a criminal like I was many years ago. I do this now and sit in my house like a fat, lazy fuck with my fat, retarded girlfriend that you're all making fun of. And we sit around with my pet cats and it's quiet and we have Christmas music playing. And I don't know, so there's nothing you can do to me. But I can tell you, when you do illegal shit, I'm going to send the cops after you now. Yes.
What, you used to be a drug dealer?
Yeah.
And now you're mad at Chad.
What does that have to do with? What does A have to do with B?
Drug dealers is way more illegal than going to someone's house like Chad did.
What about stealing credit cards? What about stalking, breaking and entering? What about all this other? Well, all this other shit.
They're misunderstandings.
All I did was provide a product to adults that they wanted for a price.
Texas law. I gotta cut this guy loose. Luckily, we're caught up. All right, do your plugs, Mersh.
Texas law. I'm Mersh. Thanks for having me on, Kevin. I love you, man. I really do. You're insane.
No, say I'm the best, and I'll say no. You're the best.
I hate you a lot, but you are the funniest person, and
well, that means a lot. And then they're gonna take me out tomorrow. Tomorrow's November 22nd, 1963.
Listen, just tell me I'm the second funniest, right?
Oh, you're the funniest, Brennan.
All right. Happy holidays, man. Seriously.
God bless you. Wow, you really tried to take me down. I get scared, man. I'm not going to lie.